Oscar with OQ Detailing. On today's video, I want to show you how to change the oil on the Predator inverter generator, the 9500 series, and I'm going to show you everything you need to do and all the tools you'll need. Okay, so you're going to need to remove these two screws in here, and you're going to need an 8mm drive nut. I believe this is called a drill bit. They look like this. I'm so sorry, I don't know the name exactly, but it's the 8mm one. I only have one because I want quick access. And then you're gonna remove this lid here. And then you're gonna need, obviously, an oil pan. You wanna set that in here, right below this middle part. You're gonna see the drain plug. So you're gonna remove the drain plug. You're really gonna need this extension part to do this. But inside here, there's another like lug nut that you're gonna need to take off. So I'm gonna zoom you in so I can show you the other one you're gonna need to take off. So as you can see, you're gonna need to remove this one right here. This one right there. So let's go ahead and remove that. And you're gonna put it through here, that extension, so you can get to that lug nut. Yeah, that piece over there. And then make sure you place your oil pan right below it. That way the oil doesn't make a mess. Okay, so to remove the other one, you're gonna need a 12mm drive nut, and you're gonna put it on your extension wand and put it in reverse, obviously. And as you can see, here comes the oil. I'm gonna zoom you in. After a minute, after it stops, you're gonna wanna clean it up and then seal it before you apply the new oil. So I recommend using these blue shop towels. These are better because you can just throw it away. But if you don't have any of those, go ahead and use a microfiber. I would use old microfibers that you would wanna throw away. I wouldn't wanna reuse them. If you wanna reuse them, that's up to you, but I wouldn't want to. So we're gonna clean this up right here. This pan right there, the oil pan there, we're gonna put the nut back in. And then right over here, we're gonna remove this piece right here, because this oil stick, this is where the new oil is gonna go in. So, okay, so we're gonna put the nut back in, the screw. I'm so sorry, I'm probably butchering all the terminology here. I do apologize. I'm not familiar with the terminology. If you know it, put it in the comment section. That way I'll learn. Okay, after we do that, again, take your shop towels and clean up the mess here. You're gonna need multiple ones. Make sure it's nice and clean, perfectly clean. The cleaner, the better. Nooks and crannies here. Clean the oil plug from the bottom. Clean the bottom here as well. There's some residue left there of the oil. Clean it really well. Anywhere else, if it spilled, put the drain plug back in place. And then we're gonna need a long funnel like this. The longer the better. Go ahead and put the new oil in. Okay, so the oil we're gonna use is a traditional SAE 5W30. I wanna say that I would prefer to use synthetic. I like using synthetic. I recommend you use synthetic as well. And I tried to read in the instructions, I couldn't find it. I don't know the exact amount it takes. I just know it takes about a full quart of oil. It could be a little bit more, a little bit less. I don't remember. I'll tell you how to tell as we're doing it. So go ahead and take your oil. And don't pour it too fast. Let little bit by little bit. Basically, don't pour it all at once. You know, take your time with it. And the reason why that is because once we're getting close to putting the full quart, which is we are now, the way you tell is once once we start seeing the oil overflow using your oil stick, that's how you're gonna know when it's full, when it starts overflowing and coming out. Again, this is the only part where I don't know the exact measure. I've only done it by guesstimating. And again, it takes about a quart. And that's why once you're close to that quart, this bottle had a little bit less. It did not have the full quart, so we're gonna put a little bit more. But so far, it has not overflowed, I should say, overflowed. So we're gonna need a little bit more, because this bottle, it had about 75% of it. It didn't have the full quart. Once you start getting close to that quart, you want to put little by little, because you want to be able to tell when it's getting full. And for example, by eyeing it, I'm going to zoom you in so you can see for yourself. Let me clean my hands. Okay. So as you can tell there, it's about to start overflowing, so it's full now. So that's what you want to do, it slowly, because you don't want it to overflow. It's okay if it overflows. I mean, it happened to me the first time, but with practice you get better at it, kind of measuring it. And as you can see, if you put your oil stick in, you'll be able to take a reading. And through the oil stick you can tell there's oil all over it, so it's right where you need it to be before it overflows at the very top. So you're gonna put your oil stick back in because you're done refilling it. Just make sure everything clean up again if there's any spill or anything like that. Once we're done with that, all we're gonna do is put the remaining nuts or the screws and seal it up, and you should be ready to go. Okay, so put the cover back in. Put the screw back in. I only have one for easy access. I lost the other one actually, so once that's done, you're gonna put this little cover here, this little plug that came here. And then the next thing is very important, which is disposing of the oil, right? The old oil. So you want to have a container with the old oil, and you're going to use your funnel again. And then you're going to take your oil pan, and basically you're going to dispose of it, you know, in a container, so then you can dispose of it later. Two quick tips is, when you dispose of your old oil, I like to do it on dirt or grass, so in case you do spill, it doesn't stain concrete or the ground. So try to do it in dirt or a grass area, and also use your shop towels to clean the oil pan really thoroughly, and that way you can just dispose them and throw them away. Okay, and the next thing is just to check that it's running and it works. So one of the features that I like is that there's a low oil alarm. So this red light will flash and the system will automatically shut off when there's not enough oil, which has happened to me once or twice. And basically just letting you know that you need to change the oil, this will flash. And that's why I highly recommend that you carry an extra bottle and an extra quart. I always carry it in my van just in case that the oil runs low. I don't want to be stuck at the job site without a generator, because then that would ruin my whole day. So make sure you always carry an extra bottle and all the tools that you will need. As far as the intervals, how often you have to change the oil, I couldn't really give you an exact number. I don't really know, to be honest. I'm so sorry about that. But it does have a clock here that tells you how many hours you have on your generator. I use this very frequently. Mine has 614 hours that I've used this generator. I've had it for about 2.5 years, 3 years maybe. It's worked great. It hasn't malfunctioned or anything like that. You just have to make sure you do change the oil frequently. I couldn't tell you when to change the oil, to be honest, because it really depends on your use. If you're just using it every once in a while for camping or for emergencies, perhaps you don't need to change it that often. I use this almost daily, so I do use it a lot. I use it frequently, so I have to change it a little bit more often. So it really depends on your usage, but you could probably do some research on it. Again, it really depends on your situation and how much you use it, but it's a generator I highly recommend. Now subscribe for more content like this, because in the next video I'm going to show you how to change the oil on a current slab pressure washer. This one also needs to have the oil change, and this one has an indicator right here on the side that kind of tells you, and you need to change it about every 50 hours to 100 hours, I believe. This one you do need to change the oil, so I don't know if everybody knows, but I'll show you how and how to do it and what kind of oil you need as well. But stay tuned for this. I hope this helped you. If you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the comment section. Thank you for watching.